What's up, Lagos? What up, world? You're welcome to the latest entertainment show on the planet. If you think I'm lying, ask my continent. And of course, my African queen, Ife Omai, is definitely me. What was that? Wait, why? What was that
No?
about?
You don't.
Oh, my African queen. What the hell? Anyways, welcome, man. How you doing today?
I'm very
I
well.
almost forgot I saw you yesterday. I was so tired yesterday, so I
Wow.
just slept all.
Wow.
And today felt like Monday. Today actually felt like Monday.
Wow.
So when I woke up, I was like, okay, the week is just starting because I ran home after the show yesterday because
Wow.
I was practically dozing off on the show because I'm professional, man. You guys didn't notice.
Sure thing.
I was actually dozing off. I'm not even joking. Especially when we had the guest, there was a point I was like, the guy was not talking, man, I don't go.
And I'll be like,
yeah. But they didn't know. They didn't. That was a good thing because,
obviously
you know,
not.
like I told you, I spent time with family. So I think the whole squad was still in my family house. So everybody watched the show and I got calls like, oh, that was a great show. And I was like, oh, okay. So I was really sleeping. My brother was like, nah, it's cool. You didn't even show. That was good.
And I've got you now as well. You know.
My guy. Thank you. All right, so let's get to the business of the day because this one is not serious. It's becoming a serious
Very
business.
serious matter.
Yeah, so it's becoming a very serious business, man, because Bill Gates and Melinda Gates announced that they're ending the marriage, but will continue to work together at their namesake philanthropic foundation over the last 27 years. This was written on Bill Gates' statement. Over the last 27 years, we have raised 3 incredible children and built a foundation that works all over the world to enable all people to lead healthy, productive lives. The statement read, we continue to share a belief in that mission and will continue to our work together at the foundation, but we no longer believe we can grow together as a couple in the next phase of our life. The couple also asked for privacy during this time. And this is just giving some billionaire breakup vibe.
I swear.
Yeah, because this happened with Amazon Bezos, Jeff Bezos, who,
I don't know what's going on. Is love a scam? Can we not like...
Do you get, like, that was the most expensive divorce in history.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos and his wife, right? And now this is happening. And Bill Gates, yeah, he used to be the richest man, is now the 4th richest man in the world. So that's really like, is this the new...
It's not even the money I'm thinking about. It's the fact that these people have been married for such a
Do you
long
understand?
time.
And then, so the people that believe that money is the root cause of the problem, it is not.
It
So
is
because you can have the money
not.
in the world, you can have all the luxury in the world.
Exactly.
Because these people can do virtually anything as wives.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Absolutely.
And they are still not happy in the relationship. So money is not the end result of a good, healthy relationship, if you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I mean, even look at Dr. Dre and his wife. That one really shook me because they were like high school sweethearts and things like that. But I don't know what it is. I wish I could see the pattern, but there is no pattern because this same thing can be thrown to this exact same life can be thrown to another couple and they'll do just fine.
Yeah,
do you get what I mean?
true.
Like they'll have longevity. So I can't see what the issue is. Like what one person lacks or not lacks. It just seems like once one...
I think we need to have like a proper documentary into their lives and see the things they actually do.
Yeah.
Maybe most of these men don't even come home for like 6 months. They're traveling the world doing business here and there, you know, making sure their business is getting... And then you don't have time with your husband. They start cheating with the gardener, with the pool cleaner, with the... Or whoa, why is that funny? Like, but we see these things now. Or am I just watching too much
I think you're
pornography
watching
movies?
Wowzy!
No, which of them? Am I watching too much of that?
You have to answer that question yourself. You need to let us know now. Just tell us know what the issue is.
No, I think it's just the fact of you know, out of sight sometimes it's out of mind. Do you understand? And when you're not around most of the time, you know,
but that means
men
you have
and
an
women
issue,
tend to
not
cheat.
divorce, right? You can have a phase, you can have an issue, you can have a problem.
What if you can't help it? Okay, you keep saying, okay, every time you apologize, I will do better, I'll do better,
Yes,
I'll do
now
better.
you have 77,770 times to forgive someone. Did they run out? That's what the scripture
Maybe,
says.
it's possible.
Because I don't know.
Oh, 77,000. Okay, babe, I'm sorry again. Let me, I can use extra one now.
So, I mean, if you think about it that way, basically saying that you can't really run out of forgiveness, right? Like, I think it's very possible to, like, fall out of love with someone and, like, not be in a phase of, like, giddiness with the person or you don't even recognize what the person is and blah, blah, blah. So I understand, like, separations and stuff, but I don't know what would make you come to a point where the person that you have finally decided to spend the rest of your life with. In fact, you've already started that journey. All of a sudden, what is so like deep that you cannot rekindle? Do you get what I mean? Like that a little time and effort cannot fix. Do you get what I mean?
Especially when the kids are involved as
yes,
well.
like okay, yeah, take some time apart, enjoy yourself, go on a girls trip, come back, do some therapy. You know, like we go on dates again, remind yourself how you used to love each other. Like, how do you get to a point where you cannot do that anymore? Like,
I think, see, love is a very, very, very dicey topic.
Very
and
dicey.
Most of the time, I really don't like to dabble into it because there are times that I've told my own self that I've fallen out of love. But I'm always still in love, one way or another. Do you understand? Like, I at that moment, I'm convinced that I've fallen out of love. So I think this is what happens to a lot of people that finally take the stand. They've fallen out of love way too many times to not know that it is the right time to finally leave. Do you understand? So I use myself as an example because I've fallen out of love and I will still say, okay, let's make it work. One or two things will happen. Somebody will speak to you. You'll come back to the relationship. You understand? But there are times that you just know that, look, I'm done. I'm seriously done. Do you understand? But you still go back and you forgive everything. You forget everything. But once that happens way too many times and you start remembering, and especially when there's a fight, that's when you remember all the things. When the times are good and jiggy, you don't even remember that we had a fight 2 weeks ago, we had a fight 2 days ago. Do you understand? Everything just goes into the wind. But when you start remembering all of that during the pain, do you understand? It just makes it look like, man, it's been one too many times, and I think it's actually time to bounce. Do you understand? So I think that's that's really what happens. You just know when you're out of love completely.
it's a bit sad. I mean, I think I'm very much aware at this point that divorce is part of life, and I don't think there's anything to be ashamed of or like, you know, whatever. But at the same time, you know, like I want people to have like forever kind of love. We've seen it before. Like we've seen, yes, there's a loss of love that's forever, quote unquote. That's just because condition made the crayfish bend. Like they didn't have a choice. The women literally could not even get up and leave if they want to. I don't know if you've seen this video in America of this grandma. And you know they were dancing with her grandchild, and the mom, the girl asked her grandma, like, "Mom, Granny, have you ever been in love before? Have you ever loved a man, or have you been in love with a man?" She said, "No." This is someone who's married to her grandpa currently, has grandkids and all of that. Like she never even loved the man, but like she just did it as a sense of duty, kind of like how I have to come to work. It doesn't mean that I'm in love with PlusTv. I'm not saying I'm not, but like you know, like I could like come here every day for the next like 10 years if that's what it is. But that doesn't mean I actually love the place. So like I know that there's a lot of people that have got into relationships because I mean duty thing, especially in the like the olden days or whatever. But I still like to believe that there's people who are
really genuinely
yes,
in love.
like I remember seeing your snap this morning or yesterday with your mom and your dad. Like that was so cute. What?
I know.
That was so cute. I think that's the most PDA I've ever seen in my life when it comes to like Nigerian parents. I've never seen that much PDA in that age group.
No, my parents are like
usually let's kiss. They're like like you act like they don't know what sex is. They've never seen each other naked.
Before they kiss, I told them I want the type of kiss that would produce.
Sis moved her bag and put her hand across her outside. What is going on?
I'm telling you.
You know, you can't tell me that like, you know, that's
True
an
love does
extended,
exist,
that's an extended love. Like they've loved each other for a long time, and they're still like excited
35 years actually.
And they're still that excited about each other. So it's possible. I just don't know where it is. But I pray that I have that one day too. I'm not gonna lie. Like I want that like forever, long term.
Love that no
excited
matter
about each
what,
other.
you still weather the storm and you still just
let's separate. So I don't talk to you again.
Pushing,
I'm gonna say don't ever call me again.
But
But then like let's go back again and do it again and do it again till like we can't do it again literally because there's no more life in our body. That's my goal.
All right, basically, let's just keep it moving. But wish them the best of luck. These guys can be, you know, they can't be touched, man. He's the fourth richest man in the world. And yes, they have, you know, their stuff together. So we wish them the best of luck. And we hope everyone out there finds love. But yeah, moving on. There's a hot topic. Should we get to that straight
Absolutely.
up? All right. So how long is it too long for an engagement? That is the hot topic. So you can join the conversation by, using the hashtag Tea Time and sending out messages on our social media platforms at PlusTvAfrica. And of course, if you want to watch the show on YouTube or tell somebody to watch, it's probably on PlusTvAfrica Lifestyle. And yeah, so a brief story to this particular hot topic. Yeah, Drake was accused of breaking up Naomi Sharon's 8-year engagement after her fiance claimed she was unfaithful with the rapper.
I mean,
What did you think? Now, I saw the social media response. Somebody said, Drake didn't do nothing. After 8 years of engagement and you guys were not married. Do you understand? That means that relationship was not supposed to be. And people, seconded that train of thought and all that. So I want to know, what's your take? How long is too long for an engagement? 'Cause I can remember when my best friend was getting engaged, right? And he was like, damn, right now he doesn't really have a lot of money, right? That he doesn't know if he has to do it like immediate. I'm like, guy, you still have like a year or two. He's like, no, his girlfriend is saying they have to do it like after 3 months and all that. Like, he doesn't want to become Lord of the Rings. In my head, I'm like, man, that's way too much pressure.
It's
If I
a lot of
engage you,
pressure.
it's me giving you my assurance, my Davido style. Telling you that this is what it is. We are going
okay,
to
we don't
marry.
really have that culture here, but there's something called a promise ring. A promise ring for me would be that if you want to show me that you are like with me for life or whatever, give me a promise ring. But if you want to show me that you want to get married, it's really about like the couple here, right? Some people, traditionally speaking, with the institution that we have existing, you engage so that you can get married in the court of law, that kind of marriage, right? But there's some people that, but there's some people that engage to just tell society that I'm not really a marriage institutional person, but like I want you people to take this person seriously.
Like this
I'm
is my
locked
5 and
in.
6.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I'm really locked in. And some people use promise rings, some people use tattoos, some people use rings and all of that.
Some people use babies.
Oil is on your head. Oil, plenty. Cut soap for me, please. Exactly. Some people do certain things, or they get a house together, or like things like that, right? So it really depends on these particular people in question, right? This couple, like, what was the intention of getting married? But if your intention of getting married in the traditional sense is to if your intention of getting engaged rather is the traditional sense of getting married, I don't think that thing should take too long, in my personal opinion. And if you don't have the money for it, maybe you should do an engage really quickly, or just do the wedding that your money can afford.
Oh, well, sometimes I think the pressure is good because after I was saying all of that, they got married in February and the engagement was in like November. So October, November, November, December. I don't know, Marcel. November, December, January, February. 4 months. So it happened in like 3 months approximately.
Yeah.
So he actually kept to it, and then of course the money was there because I saw the spraying. I was able to attend.
Yeah,
But
of course.
I saw plenty spraying, and the money was there. So sometimes, right, you just need to take that leap of faith. Do you understand?
But what
It's
are you
not by
doing
waiting.
engaging a girl for 8 years if you actually plan on marrying
The
her?
girl.
Why
And
didn't
then
you
this
marry her
guy,
since?
This guy now put out this thing. My HF was gone. Drake invited them for a record deal. He flew the both of them out there. He did this, he did that, and then all of a sudden they started having trust issues, and there was a problem. And Drake is allegedly dating the girl now. Is it confirmed?
It hasn't been confirmed. But you see, two things. I don't think it's Drake's headache, but I think Drake needs to get to a point where he starts to respect people's relationships. Like, yes, it's you're not the one that owns commitment, but can you not be tacky? Like,
Come through.
Can you not respect people's relationships? And even you have some integrity for yourself. That I'm not just gonna be the guy that keeps on like, involving himself in things like that. Surely you can be decent enough to just get a woman that's yours. Do you know what I mean?
And you're Drake, you can actually get a woman
Do you
that's
understand?
yours.
So it must begin to look like you just like that toxic
Yeah,
idea.
you just like to be, I'm Drake, I can take any girl I want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And maybe the first time, second time is cute. Then after a while, it's just like getting a bit like immature. Like, do you now know how to do anything else with your life? So
Especially when, I think it's even more disrespectful when you know there is a man, you invited him over with his wife.
It's not cool.
Or his girlfriend or
It's not
something,
cool.
and then you see that, okay, this is somebody
Yeah.
I've met. Even even if we are not friends, even if you have a better relationship
Absolutely.
with my woman,
He just be like,
the fact that
nah.
they'll be like, oh man, I've met this guy.
Yeah,
It's not
like-
unless I'm a terrible guy at the end. Even if
Thank
well,
you.
that one said Bill.
Exactly, because when people were saying that, oh, but he's not, he didn't commit to anyone. So that's not the issue. Nobody's saying that Drake's issue is that, oh, he's in a committed relationship, so he did something wrong. But you can still find faults.
But let me
in
ask
his
you a question.
actions.
What if the first time he met the girl and she was smiling some type of way with Drake, and then maybe, he invited them over, maybe the hotel manager said, oh man, those people you put in room 303, they were making a lot of noise, screaming about cheating and relationship issues, and they had a big fight. Then the next time you see them, maybe you see this guy shove her some type of way, and like, no, you don't treat a woman like that and stuff like that.
She's a superhero, so because now it's Steve the Green Knight on her pants. Wow, I like that story. Oh my goodness.
You tell you that pants now.
That's
you
what
know the scene
basically-
used to lead to, leaning, put your head on my shoulder.
Ekpele,
You know that
mister,
type of
I
vibe.
have to save the world.
Yeah,
No.
hero.
You can definitely be decent. And I think that's a big problem that I know that good boys suffer from in Nigeria, where people just think
But
that
he's
they
not a
have
good guy.
a motive. Like, people cannot just be good and be like, oh, you want to sleep with me, don't you? Like, no, you can just actually stop at being a good guy. Stop at helping the girl without actually wanting any sexual advances from her. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can help her get out of a toxic relationship or a toxic fight without necessarily putting your dingle in the mix.
Speaking of that, now that you're talking about helping people, I really want to touch on Ini's death real quick, because we didn't talk about that yesterday.
Yeah.
The girl who went missing, may so rest in peace. And yes, that's really sad. This was just a girl who wanted a better life for herself, who shared, our friend shared a chat and talking, bless you.
Thank you.
Our friend shared a chat of, shared a screenshot of their chats before she went missing, before they even realized she was dead and all of that. So I think that was really sad. That was just somebody who just wanted a better life for herself, and then somebody took advantage of that and I think we should do better with. I think this is the point where we can't keep blaming the women. We can't keep talking about what the women are doing wrong. I think we need to start training our children properly. Do you understand? And this guy now had his whole family involved. His father was involved. His cousin was involved. Do you understand? So I think this is a family and generational thing now about not training the boy child well and making them feel like, oh, you can do anything and get away with it. I think this is the point where we have to be better parents, because it's becoming like really, really crazy.
Yeah.
That's just all I can say about it.
I mean, I kind of already touched on it yesterday when I was like, the weekend was very hard for me. Like, I think Sunday I was a bit crippled with the noise. There was, that stupid newspaper online that released the minor's, what's wrong with you? And also, the death of Ini, and then also just, there's one more thing. But it was a lot of things that was going on.
It has been like that for a while.
Yeah.
Like, you can't even call everything at once.
Yeah, it was a bit intense and crazy. She did everything right. She sent her live location to her friend. She sent the numbers of the person and all of that, which was really crazy, because I remember when that story showed, my mom called me immediately, like super paranoid. My best friend called me super paranoid. Said, find my iPhone, whatever. So now we have each other's live locations forever, right? But then, like, we did all of that, and then immediately after that, he sent me this tweet that the girl said she did everything, and then we were just looking at each other like, okay, now what? Do you get what I mean? Like, this person has done everything that she was supposed to do. So that's why I always have a conversation when we talk about rape, that it's not about the girl's outfit. It's not about where she stayed, if she slept over at your house, or she didn't sleep over at your house, or she went to a club, or she didn't go to a club, or she used a bus instead of an Uber. It's really about the perpetrators, and there's not remotely enough conversation around that. Do you get what I mean? Like, what can you do to stop perpetrating violence against women? Not what can the victim do to protect herself so that she will not be a victim. No.
It's not about that anymore.
It's not about that.
About what are you doing to protect the women in our society?
Absolutely. And I know that let me tell you something. I'll tell you for free. I really believe that this generation, especially the ones that are actually parenting boys right now, and younger, like my generation that are about to birth children, I think that we're going to do a better job, in my opinion.
True.
I think that people are having...
It's a woke
I think people are having
Why do you
serious
remove me from the
conversations.
people that will do better jobs? Are you okay? Is that your generation?
No, I said the people who already have it.
Am I
like,
not your generation?
No, you're not my generation.
Guy, why
fair.
are you making me look like one dinosaur guy?
But as in, like, people already currently like raising children. I feel like the conversations are like these.
Are
These
deeper,
children
yeah.
are woke. These children are very smart. They're talking about like uncles touching them inappropriately. We're not doing sex talk like, oh, if you touch you get pregnant. No, we're actually like schooling these people and things like that. So I think that our generation is actually going to try and do better.
And I would like to second that because I can remember on our Plus TV group chats where Mr. Lekon Ogumbanwo, shared a video one time, I think like last year, where some boys were put together. They said, oh, okay, meet this girl, do this, do this, do this. Okay, feed her ice cream or give her money or something. And they did all of that. And the moment they told each of these boys to do something nasty to the girl, say something mean, all of them were so like laid back. They didn't see it. I think there was a prize to be won if they did something bad to the girl. But none of them could bring themselves to probably hit the girl or say something nasty to her. Instead, they were petting her and doing all of that. And when I saw that video, I was like, yes, this is a better generation.
No, we're getting. I mean, I know
Like,
that.
I imagine back then.
Of course.
Snatched the ice cream. They've done
So I know
something
that we haven't necessarily gotten everyone in the masses to join this movement, but I think there's quite a bit. There's quite a lot of people. Before, the conversations that we used to have now were for the exclusively like posh people, but social media has kind of broken that down. Now everyone is having a kind of like a fair advantage now in terms of accessing knowledge, like what's appropriate, what's good, and I like that. So I guess we have to hold on to that.
Alrighty. And yes, should we go back to the engagement now?
We said it now. Don't engage somebody for too long, please. It's not unnecessary. Like,
so you don't. Are we going to give a specific time when it's too long for the engagement?
No, it really depends on you. But try as much as possible to do the best that you can do to make it really, really like easy. If money is the issue, then just downscale. Have a small
I'll say
wedding.
a year though. The moment you do an engagement, a year is still fine for you to get married. Yeah, after like a year is becoming Lord of the Rings. You get me?
Yeah, I think so too.
Anyways, tea time. We'll be right back after this music break. Please do not go nowhere.